Hello fellow cinephiles, Film Guru here. Today I'm reviewing Booksmart. This was a directorial debut of Olivia Wilde. Stars Kaitlyn, Beanie Feldman, Billy Lord and a variety of others. This really looks at Amy and Molly, played by Kaitlyn and Bernie Feldman. Two academic superstars and best friends who on the eve of their high school graduation realised they should have worked less and played more. Determined not to fall short of their peers, the girls try to cram 4 years of fun into one night. Look, this, like I said, this is first time Olivia Wilde sort of directing a feature film, and I think she's done a solid job here. She's taken material and familiar ground and done something a little different with it, which I do like. I like the choices that she's made as a filmmaker. There's a particular sequence where Molly and Amy are arguing and it sort of goes to silence, but you understand what's happening, and I really like that choice. I like the music that they chose to put into the film. I like the sort of style that Olivia Wilde sort of added to this film. What I love most is the fact that she took a film and a genre that we've seen many times. It is very familiar ground, and sort of added different things to it. With the characters, they aren't one-dimensional. There is a bit of depth to them. When we first see them, they are the cliched characters, you know, from these sort of teen comedy films. You know, you've got the jock, you've got the smart girl, you've got the dorky guy, you know, a variety of others. But they sort of twist them, that they shape them in a different way, and they give them layers, which we don't usually see in these sort of films, and I kind of like that. Just because we see a character on the outside, that doesn't necessarily mean that's who they are on the inside, and I really like that, and I think that's very relevant. Having a movie like this from the point of view of two female characters is really good, because these films are usually done from male point of view, unless you look at movies like John Hughes did, where he used Molly Ringwald quite a number of times as the sort of main, with 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink and stuff like that. And this film sort of feels a little bit like John Hughes. Not exactly, but it's like Olivia Wilde understands this sort of world. She understands high school, and I think there's a relatability here for her. And she feels like she has something to say about who she was as a teenager, I guess, in a way. It really looks at friendship. You know, especially when you're at high school, you have a group of friends or one particular friend. But then when you leave high school, you know, you might go into college, you might travel, you might do whatever, or start working. You sort of lose touch a little bit. And I think this sort of captures that, what it's like to have a friend that is close like that, and fearing that you'll never see them again, fearing that your life and their lives will part, and you may not be as good of friends as you were when you were at high school. And I kind of like that. It's sort of on that verge of trying to decide what to do with your life and what direction to go in, what the next step is after you finish high school. And I think this film really captures that. I think it has a lot of comedy actors in it. Jason Sudeikis appears as well, and for the first time in a long time, he's not playing an asshole. I find with a lot of characters lately he plays a bit asshole-ish, and I don't really like them, where this was kind of nice and sweet, and he played sort of a straight sort of character as a principal of school, and none of the characters is really cliched. They do something completely different with it, which I like. I like the feel of this film. I like the particular look, and there's some sequences that are quite surprising, especially one sequence where, I guess this may be a spoiler, but it's not really, where the two girls imagine themselves turning into Barbie dolls. This sequence is fantastic. It's absolutely hilarious, and I really love what they did with it. I love the slow motion that were used in certain sequences, and like I said, the choices that Olivia Wilde made while making the film was quite impressive. And she's a director I'd like to see much more of. Like, I'd like to see her direct again. I'm a fan of her as an actress, but I'd love to see her grow and learn and evolve as a filmmaker, because I think she does have some talent and she has an eye for detail, and I really would like to see more of it. But what really holds this film together, besides Olivia Wilde's directing, is the performances by the two leads, Kaitlyn and Beanie Feldman. These two are fantastic in it, and their characters you can really get behind. Kaitlyn has been an actress I've liked for a long time. She's appeared in TV shows such as Mentalist and Justified and a variety of other movies, and I really like her performances in the things that she does. She's very believable. And I think she's a very, very solid actress, and it's good that she has the ability to sort of shine here as the lead. Usually she plays like side characters or small characters that appear in TV shows or in movies, and here she's like one of the main focuses, the main character that we follow through the story, which I think is really great. Beanie Feldman's a surprise here for me. I liked her in Lady Bird, but here's where she sort of gets to shine. She gets to be a lead character, and she's really great. But while watching it, I kept thinking of her brother Jonah Hill, because they sort of look alike the way they express themselves, but she's very different to him, which I really liked. She's very funny. She can play dramatic scenes, and there's just something really interesting about her and unique. And the chemistry she has with Kaitlyn is absolutely fantastic, and you really believe that these two girls are best friends, Amy and Molly, and I really like that. The jokes in it sort of work, some of them don't, but most of them do hit, and it's really clever with what they've done with this film. And I was impressed with this. It was a solid and entertaining movie. The other actress, I think, who sort of steals a lot of the scenes that she's in is Billie Lourd. She's really great in this. She sort of plays this sort of zany, crazy sort of character that just keeps popping up as the girls go on their journey through the night, and you don't really know how she got where she got, or how she got to the places like the girls did. And I really like that, and she's really funny and plays a unique and colourful character. And I really like that as well. I think she's fantastic in this film and does a really great job. The only criticisms I have are things I didn't really like or had a little trouble with. They're not big, they're minor sort of ones. Is really the pacing of the film. And it just didn't know what tone it wanted to be or what it wanted to do at the beginning of the film. It picked up as the film went on. And once the main character decided to go to the party, that's when it sort of picked up and knew exactly what it wanted to be. But it just felt like it was trying to find its footing and its direction at the beginning, or what it really wanted to be. Final verdict. Look, if you like sort of a teen sort of comedy with a difference, with a bit of a twist, with characters with a bit more depth that isn't so cliched like all the other films, and feels a bit like a John Hughes film, this might be the film for you. If you like something that's a bit different, you might enjoy this as well. I'm going to give Booksmart 3.5 out of 5. Now, that 3.5 is a solid 3.5. It's my usual above average sort of type of films. And a lot of the movies I've been reviewing lately have had that score. But I think this is one of the better films to come out this year. Look, I enjoyed my experience with it. It mightn't be for everyone, but I think if you like a good, fun, entertaining movie, colourful, interesting and strong characters, then this might be the film for you. Anyway, that's all from me today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit subscribe down the bottom. Otherwise, until next time, enjoy the movies.